National reporter agonizes 131 WNBA players as Caitlin Clark set to end Indiana Nation's 13-year misery. The Indiana Fever last claimed the WNBA championship in 2012, with the legendary Tamika Catchings leading the charge. 13 years have passed since that unforgettable season, and despite flashes of brilliance, the Fever have yet to recapture that championship magic. But their fortunes changed dramatically when they managed to draft arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, basketball players to come out of the NCAA, Caitlin Clark. Last year, the Fever were considered among the favorites to win the championship, despite lacking an experienced squad. This year, things are looking different. ESPN's Gary Strewski, who picked the Fever as his favorites last season, is even more confident this time around. And he's not just bluffing. He has strong reasons to believe Indiana can go all the way. Speaking on the Elle Duncan show, Gary Strewski didn't hesitate when asked if the Fever could win the championship this season. Without a second thought, he said, 100%. You mentioned what they were missing, which was a lot of things, both tangible and intangible. Size, depth, and inexperience. They checked every single one of those boxes, and that's just the 5 who are going to be on the court. The Indiana Fever have done a phenomenal job fixing the cracks in their roster from last season. Experience? Depth? A strong front court to complement the electric Caitlin Clark-Kelsey Mitchell duo. They checked every box. This offseason, they brought in Duwana Bonner, Sophie Cunningham, and Natasha Howard, 3 game changers. But it's Bonner and Howard who stand out as massive coups for Indiana. These 2 aren't just star players. They're battle-tested legends with championship rings to prove it. While the presence of Caitlin Clark in your team can definitely make you an attractive destination in the free agency market, there is another reason why the players are choosing to come play in Indiana. Let's take a look at that. What many overlook is the Fever's bold coaching change. After just 2 seasons, they moved on from Christy Sides and brought in someone with deep Indiana roots, Stephanie White, a former Connecticut Sun head coach. White was also part of the Fever's 2012 championship run as an assistant. Gary Strewski believes Indiana's rise as a prime free agent destination isn't just about Caitlin Clark, it's also about the coaching structure in place. White, the 2023 WNBA Coach of the Year, led the Suns to back-to-back semifinals before making the move to Indiana. In the same podcast, he says, "They are getting a coach, so I am thinking Duwana Bonner chose Indiana just as much for the prospect and the allure of playing with Caitlin Clark. Right there, equivalent to that is playing with a coach and system that she had success with in Connecticut and Steph White." Coach White has certainly been pivotal in bringing in big names like Bonner, but now the real challenge begins. Getting this powerhouse roster to gel. Team chemistry will be key, and a lot will depend on White's ability to bring out the best in each player. For Caitlin Clark, it's an exciting opportunity to learn from a seasoned coach and continue her growth as a player, with White leading the way toward a potential championship run.